Hey everyone, Leah here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna get ready using some of the lab samples that we are developing behind the scenes at KraveBeauty. So you're in for a treat getting the very first preview of some of the prototypes that we are working on. So I'm super excited for that, and let's get our fingers crossed we can launch these on time as scheduled. A lot of the launches last year have gotten pushed to this year, so it's been super chaotic. There are a lot of things that's just tangled up in my head and my mind that I need to talk about, especially on the topic of how boring and stale social media has become and what the responsibilities for content creators and also content consumers are. And so before we jump into it, I'm gonna make coffee for myself, and I encourage you to take a break and get back to the video after grabbing a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. All right, cheers everybody. That is activating every cell of my body right now. Okay, I'm gonna start my skincare with this guy. This is good old green tangerine Vita C toner pad. It's like the toner pad version of my favorite vitamin C serum. I wouldn't normally buy this myself, and this was gifted, but it's pretty convenient to use whenever you just wanna swipe away without cleansing your face, especially if you have very, very weak and compromised skin barrier. I highly encourage you to just water rinse it or just saturate a cotton pad and just swipe away just excess sebum, I guess, or anything that was built up overnight. Your skin is never too dirty. Moving on to the topic that I wanted to talk about of how social media is becoming this very boring and very commercial place. I can't stop thinking that this space has become a lot redundant. It has invited a whole influx of content creators wanting to just become an influencer to make money and to get famous. And fame and money, when it becomes the goal of someone, you become less focused on providing value to your audience or your community or the consumer who is consuming your content. And you really get focused on how do I optimize and how do I growth hack this entire platform and how do I crack the algorithm and make it work for my content. And I recently come across a very, very, very real TikTok video from a TikToker called Glamzilla.
I have a confession. I'm really annoyed with the beauty community right now, and I thought I'd share my thoughts with you. Like I said before, I don't feel our beauty community has actually been a beauty community in a very long time. For the first time ever in years, I felt like for the first time, TikTok was a community where beauty lovers could just share what they loved and what they liked and what they didn't like, and that was beautiful. Because of that community, we were able to make products go viral, sell out the stores, feel passion within beauty again, and it was amazing. And I see it slowing down now. I don't think products are going viral anymore, and the reason is a lot of people are trying to go viral, including me. So here's the confession part. Yesterday, I was planning out my content for next week, and I wrote down, how do I go viral? ? And I looked at that question and I realized, that's fucked up. That's not what I'm about. It's never what I've been about. When did I turn into this person that wants to go viral to sell product? And then I scrolled on my For You page and saw that everybody else was doing the same thing. And that's not cool. I feel like we're kind of steering away from what's really important and going back to the YouTube days where everyone was competing with one another. Everyone was trying to be the best of the best. And that's not what our beauty community is about. Our community is about finding a lipstick that's gonna last you all day so that the 14-year-old boy that buys it can use it for a whole year. It's about that mom who has $20 left and she can buy a lipstick that she can actually use and love. It's about sharing a drugstore product with a person who loves luxury and that when they use it, they feel like it's luxury. It has never been about going viral. And I think a lot of beauty content creators now on this platform think that's the only way to gain an audience. That's the only way to get brand deals. That's the only way to become successful. Because even I thought about it yesterday. And if you think about it, a product going viral does not benefit our community. It benefits the brands. So this is just a reminder to all my content creator friends and our beauty community to remember what's important and that you don't need to go viral. Just share your love for beauty. And yes, this was a reminder for myself too. Until next time, stay fierce and be unapologetically you.
So what Glamzilla was alluding to was actually calling out content creators that are wired to think in terms of how to make our content go viral instead of truly focusing on what value can I provide to my audience, and also what are the things that I genuinely care about and that I genuinely enjoy that compels enough for me to actually make a content about this. I know the term authenticity is way overused, way overdone, especially in the marketing space and especially in the content creator space, but we can't stress enough of the importance of authenticity. It's just made me think and reflect a lot about how I even approach content creation. I wanted to come back on YouTube with full force and full energy now that I have more people in the team at KraveBeauty, but I've been at loss because this entire landscape has become very repetitive and overdone and super commercial. As I'm scrolling through Instagram, it's just ads over ads. And that's just both from the paid socials that all of these brands are turning on and all of the influencers doing ads over ads. Really challenging as a content creator too, because that's how you do monetize your content, because you can't really live off of pure AdSense, especially if you are a beauty creator, skincare creator. You do need to rely on brand sponsorships in order to pay for your bills. I'm gonna pause right there to apply the next step of my skincare routine, which is the Peptide Q10 and Ginger Serum from Selfless by Hyram. I love applying antioxidants in the morning and really boosting that maximum protection against external stressors, but more importantly, in the summertime, I do wanna prevent lipid peroxidation, and it's a concept that I've been obsessed about for years and years, especially if you do have oily, acne prone. You do want to protect basically your sebum from oxidizing. I have been enjoying this because I am a big fan of CoQ10. I don't think I come across a lot of CoQ10 products, but this has been very, very, very easy to apply. And it's just this kind of drippy, liquidy, fluid texture that's super easy to apply. So it's like a really great lightweight hydrator at the same time. So we're at this very, very interesting point where we're at the transition point of a whole new paradigm shift on how people consume content is going to change for, I don't know if it's going to be for the better. And I know for sure that content creators need to prepare for the next wave of how people consume content, because we are all feeling it every single day, every single minute, every single second. The minute you scroll through your Instagram feed, the minute you scroll through your entire YouTube suggested videos, everything has been done and nothing is really intentional at this point. A lot of content are very meaningless, to be honest. Okay, I know that I can sit here for hours talking about this entire social media paradigm shift, but before I do that, I'm gonna just finish my skincare routine because I found out that I cannot multitask. I would rather finish everything and get back to you guys. That said, I'm gonna apply my Oh So Simple water cream from KraveBeauty. It's my favorite water cream or a lightweight moisturizer to opt for in this humid weather in New York City. I just love how humectant rich this product is and how water bursting and water loving this product is. It's just the perfect no frills moisturizer that just blends in with anyone's skincare routine, because this doesn't have any active ingredients. It's formulated with less than 10 ingredients, and we worked with a formulator who created the Laneige water sleeping mask. So I'm really proud of this creation, and I think it's been a really great superstar for a lot of people who, especially who do have oily acne prone skin or who do live in humid climate. And then I'm gonna be showing you guys some of the prototypes that we are working with for our sunscreen. Here we go. This is the mineral sunscreen. And next, I'm gonna introduce you and reveal the chemical sunscreen that we've been working on.
One hour later.
I'm back with my makeup, guys. The makeup really didn't turn out the way I envisioned, but it's totally fine because I have no one to meet today. So I just wanted to resume the conversation and ended on a note with a big question mark on how we should prepare for the next paradigm. I think as content creators, in order to not fall behind and not get detoxed out of this entire paradigm shift, and actually to pioneer and lead the paradigm shift, we really do need to remind ourselves that the biggest currency on these platforms is time. Someone is spending their very, very precious time to watch your content and to engage with your content. And as how capitalism works, if someone is exchanging their currency, you need to provide value. You need to provide your service. On these platforms, that value comes down to you're teaching something new that they didn't learn and their life becomes better after watching your video, or you're providing that entertainment value. The next big $1 million question would be, how do content creators focus on creating original content that actually provides value, that is the most intentional and the most meaningful and impactful to the audience and to the viewers, that's worth exchanging their time? The more platforms we have, your competition increases to fight for the time and fight to earn that currency. I know one of the biggest competitors to YouTube is actually not Instagram or TikTok. I mean, it may be to some extent, but I think the biggest threat is actually Netflix and all of these paid content original streaming service, because more people and more content consumers are gonna choose original content that they know for sure that they're gonna get entertainment value out of. It's a very intense space at where we are at. It's gonna be really, really hard for content creators to rewire themselves, to move away from having the monetization as a pure goal of content creation, but really view content creation of something to add value to the audience. And as a byproduct, the monetary value would come as a reward. A really, really, really hard rewiring process, but I think that's almost needed in this space in order for us to collectively purify this space that has been stagnant, stale, overdone, very commercial. I really don't know where all of this is really going and what type of content creators would survive throughout the next paradigm, really. If you guys have any constructive thoughts to build upon this conversation, definitely let me know in the comment box. Thank you so much for listening to me ranting or thinking out loud. There's gonna be a lot more of these kind of heavy or more important topic that I want to talk about. Yes! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!